So our catechism questions for our older kids in elementary school and middle school focus on not just knowing that God exists, that's what we covered last week, but knowing something about who that God is and what he is about, right? What this being wants. So you can know that God exists just by thinking about it and looking at the world around you and realize that there is a creator. But there are certain things about people that you only know if they tell you them, if they reveal them to you, right? So you wouldn't know that my favorite color is blue unless I tell you that, right? Or unless you have seen my car and my guitar and other things that are blue in my life, right? There's certain things about a person you just don't know until they tell you. And the same thing is true about God. We can know that God exists by thinking about it and looking at the world around us. We can know some things about him by looking at the world around us. God seems to like cycles and patterns and order, right? Just look at nature. There's symmetry in nature. That you can split a leaf in half and this side looks like that side most times, right? Symmetry in nature. You can look at orbits of planets, or at the subatomic level, electrons going around a nucleus. God seems to have a thing for circles, right? Circles and ovals, right? He likes patterns and cycles. But there are certain other things about God that we would only know if God told us them. Like he's three persons and only one God, right? You can't figure that out by looking at trees and flowers or just thinking about it, right? Certain things that we only know about God because he tells us that, right? That God is loving and that he is forgiving, right? So God has told us all this sort of stuff. How does he tell us this stuff? We hear about this in the Bible over and over and over again, right? God speaks to us through his word. He tells us about this through his church, through the living tradition, through the church constantly reminding us these are the things that God has revealed us, and this is what it means in our own day. Right? And so these catechism questions kind of invite us to think a little bit deeper about how can we know that God exists and how can we respond in faith? Because faith is believing not only that God exists, but also believing everything he told us about himself and about us.